Hey guys, my name is Trey and I am the founder and CEO of Summit Hound, and today I want to talk about 6 things that you need for a pit bull or a bully. Now, this information can go for all dominant breeds. It's going to be tailored towards pit bulls and bullies, but a lot of this information can go to majority of dominant breeds like Dobermans, Rottweilers, Cane Corsos, German Shepherds. If you have any of these dogs that are strong, dominant type breeds, you can use this information as well. Now, if you're struggling with training your dog, if your dog is dealing with a whole bunch of different allergies, you don't know how to feed your dog, we have an exclusive community where you can join and we'll teach you step by step how to train your dog. You can get on live calls and ask us specific questions about your dog's behavior and health. We'll be able to give you whatever answers you need to solve the problem as well. So let's get into the video. So the first thing I recommend is that you get a strong collar with a handle on it. We don't recommend any flimsy collars. With dogs this big, this strong, full muscle, collars with plastic buckles and collars that are very thin are not gonna work for strong dogs like this. They're too strong. They'll just pull and they'll break it if any time that they decide to pull towards something that they're interested in, or if they run towards some type of prey, they'll just pop the collar all together, right? So our collar comes with a handle at the top for emergency situations. If any time they get into a fight, or they pull towards something and you need to pull them out of a situation, you'll be able to safely pull them back. It comes with metal buckles and hardware, so you'll never have to worry about the collar breaking. And if you're ever worried about your dog getting lost, you can also personalize it with their name and your phone number, so you can always recover them, all right? So number 2, the second thing that you need is time. You need to have plenty of time for dogs like this. This is not a dog that you can go off to work and leave them at home in a cage. You can go off to work and leave them in the backyard. This is how you get a dog that becomes very disobedient and very strong-willed. These dogs are already very strong-willed animals. So the more time that you're able to spend with them, the more time that you're able to imprint your character and then become the leader in their lives. Because if you don't become the leader in their lives, they'll become the leader of their own lives, and that's not safe. All right, so number 3 is sardines. So bullies and pit bulls especially have very bad allergies and skin and coat allergies. I know a couple other of these breeds have skin and coat allergies as well. I know that dogs like Dobermans, they shed a ton. Using the omega-3s inside of sardines, inside of their food, will help their skin allergies be reduced. It will reduce any inflammation. It'll reduce a lot of the scratching. It'll make their coat a lot stronger. It'll make their coat a lot shinier, and it'll overall make their skin healthy. So always make sure that you incorporate sardines into their food, or any omega-3s. So that could be salmon, any fish, or just salmon oil in general. But sardines are easy. Unsalted in water is what you want to get. And we get our sardines from Trader Joe's, and that's one of the best ones that you can get. So number 4 is that you need to have a strong personality to have these dogs. They are already strong-willed. They are already very dominant. And just like how they may decide to dominate other dogs, they'll try to do the same thing with you. They are not going to be for an owner that's going to be a pushover. They're going to try you. If you tell them no, they're going to try to push forward anyways. If you're not able to stand firm, this is not the dog for you. The 5th thing that you want to do is socialize them while they're young. So spend a lot of time taking them to the dog park, not necessarily in the dog park, but outside of the dog park, to where they can get comfortable with meeting and seeing other dogs. You can allow them to play with other dogs when they're puppies so that they don't build up any fears towards them. You want to take them to meet other people. You want to take them to places like Home Depot and Lowe's and Ace Hardware so that they can see people walking past. They can hear a bunch of loud sounds. You want to take them on a sidewalk where there's going to be a bunch of cars driving by. You want to take them to the playground where there's going to be a bunch of little kids. Your goal is to socialize them with as many things as possible, because what happens is these dogs typically are marked as aggressive because a lot of times they weren't socialized properly as puppies. So when they get older, they're having a fear response to all the different things that they weren't socialized with when they were younger. And the fear response is just them deciding to bark and growl and potentially even bite to keep people away or objects away from them, because you have either the type of dog that's gonna fight, freeze, or run away. And these dogs are always gonna be the fight first dogs in a situation that they're uncomfortable in. So to keep them out of those situations, let them feel comfortable with the circumstances that they're in by socializing them while they're young. And last but not least, which is probably the most important, is consistency. When you're having these big, strong dogs, you have to be very consistent and very routine with them so that they can have predictability in their own schedule. This is going to be the best way to make sure that your dog knows how to conduct themselves in public, conduct themselves at home, conduct themselves around food time. You being able to stay consistent as far as the times that you feed, the times that you walk, but also staying consistent with the commands that you give them. So if one of your commands is, hey, you're not allowed on the couch, and then you don't let them on the couch, but maybe your spouse lets them on the couch, they're always gonna try to take the opportunity that's gonna give them what they want rather than you getting what you want. And that's when you start to get a dog that starts to display aggression sometimes. Things like resource guarding. Resource guarding is a thing that happens naturally sometimes, but you being able to stay consistent and stand up to them in the commands prevents them from being able to get the opportunities to display their aggression, right? So this video is not gonna be too long. These are just the 6 things that I would recommend for any pit bull or bully, or actually any dominant breed. Recap this stuff. Let me know if you have any questions. I can give you more if necessary. Click the link in the description below to join our community. If you want some Summit Hound gear, if you want that collar, click the link in the description as well, and we can get it to you. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.